and we are live. Welcome.
Wow.
We didn't think this through, did we?
No, we did not.
We got about 3 hours just waiting to get this thing running, and now we got a podcast. How cool is that?
Wow.
Can't really fake enthusiasm. That's not something I can do. So, let's see. Today's topic will be, how tall would you be if you were in the Skylands? Now, this is a question I'm sure has never passed anybody's mind ever.
Yeah, when you told me this, I was kind of sitting there. I was like, okay, so how are we gonna stretch this question out to an entire podcast?
Exactly. That's what everyone thinks when they hear this question. They're like, you didn't just come up with like a 10-second thing. Like, no, there's actually a lot of math. There's a lot of canon stuff. There's a lot of uncanon stuff.
Yeah.
So
Which is surprising.
you would think it would be, I mean, besides this being complete stalling right now, I mean, you'd think there'd be less to it, but there's not.
Yeah,
Now the question is, what's actually to it?
that is a good question.
Neither of us know. Okay, so we're going to start off with the fact that to look at this, we have to neglect 4 games. We have to neglect Swap Forest through, what's it called, Imagineers. That's a great start, right? Neglect everything. We have to look at Giants for this.
An entire 3 games no longer exist.
Nope.
You thought you played those games? Well, you didn't. You're wrong.
And they're no longer canon. They went out the door.
Whoa, what's an Imaginator? Never heard of it before.
That's why it's called Imaginator, because it's imaginary. Okay, so the first thing we look at is we have to look at Tree Rex, because he's the icon of Giants.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at Tree Rex, you have to think, what kind of tree is he? Bet you didn't think of that one before.
I did not.
Neither did I. So, according to a fandom page, I know this is the first mistake, that
Oh, no.
according to fandom, Tree Rex is an Ent. And in case you don't know what an Ent is a mythical creature in mythical books, such as Lord of the Rings.
It's in Lord of the Rings. It's in. I think you said it was in Harry Potter, right?
It's seen, I think, in Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings, one of the two, if not both. But it's definitely a common sort of tree in fantasy. And on average, Ents are about 14 feet tall, which isn't, I mean, it's not bad. But compared to like an American sycamore tree, it's like,
Tiny baby tree.
it's like if you were to compare you as a baby to your parents.
Yeah.
So we have to do some big brain math here, and we're gonna just we're gonna try and prove that Tree Rex is 14 feet tall, besides the fact he's an Ent.
Tree Rex is 14.
He's 14. So the first thing we use to prove that he is 14 feet tall is when we look at their size, the giant size compared to, say, just a normal character in the game. So let's take like Tree Rex and Stealth Elf. Stealth Elf is about, I'd say, like 2.5 times shorter than Tree Rex. So, and in general, I'd say the normal characters are about as tall as like one of us.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna say, really stretching it, get it because they're giants, we're gonna say really stretching it, that they're about 6 feet tall. So we'll make it more like closer to 5'6". So when you look at how they're about 5.6 feet and how they're about 2.5 times greater, you have to look at how tall you are now. So if you're around like 5'4", 5'8", that's about how tall they are. Because according to, what's that app they released?
Which one?
The newest one?
Ring of Heroes?
Yeah, that one. According to Ring of Heroes, you're supposed to be about the same height as one of them, but they make it seem like you're the same height as you are here.
Okay, I will say Ring of Heroes is not the most trustworthy source of information. As someone who plays it frequently, I don't think you can trust the game where Treerex is as tall as Spyro.
Exactly. We're using it simply to show you that they are about as tall as you would be here. That's all we're using that number for, because otherwise, yes, this is very false. We're going to prove that you are much taller. Okay, so that's the first thing. They're about 5.6 feet tall. Wow, it's like me. It's not that impressive.
All of them are taller than me because I'm like 5'1" and a 4". I am tiny.
This isn't 5 and 6 inches. This is 5.6, so it's like closer to 7 inches. I'd say 7.5 maybe. I can't do that math in my head. That's too many powers of 12. Middle school didn't prepare me for this.
I'm not a math person, and I don't feel like doing school.
I can give you a quick quadratic formula maybe, but I can't do powers of 12. Okay, so we look at the 5.6 and we think, okay, so if that's how tall they are normally, wouldn't you just be as tall as a giant? Well, not necessarily. This is where it's going to get completely whack. We take that they're 5.6 in a Skylands universe, but then they shrink down. This is where it's going to get a little messed up. So we're going to assume they're 5 and 6 inches. We're gonna knock them down a little. They're a little shorter now. If they are 5 and 6 inches, they go down to 2 inches in our world. About. This is why we have to neglect the other games, because they make them as tall as the giants. So, which doesn't help. But yeah, we're gonna knock them down. So they went from 5.5 to 2. So if I get out my calculator, that's 0.36 repeated. So they are 2.75 times. That's not right either. When the number is too big, it's wrong. So they are 33 times smaller than they should be. Now we look at the giants. If they are normally 14 feet, which is the equivalent of 168 inches, and they're divided by the same number, 33, they are about 5 inches, which is accurate. They are about 5 inches. So that just proves that the scale is about 33 times. Right? Okay, you ready for the big part?
Okay.
You said you were about 5.14, 1 1/4, right?
Yeah.
So using this scale of 33, if you are 5 1/4, 5 feet, which is 60 inches, that'd be 61.25 times 33. Divided by 12. Do you want to know how tall you are?
Sure.
You are 168 feet.
Oh.
I have the math to prove it. It's gonna be on screen.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for watching, I guess. What do you think we should call this? Troll Radio?
I don't know. You can call it whatever. also call it that.
Let's go for full copyright strike. Troll Radio.
Heck yeah.
Air fist bump. Thank you for watching or listening. Troll Radio. And just remember, hit that little button in the corner that says report, and when it asks you why, feel free to say copyright.
She'll be the thing.
And this is broccoli guy. Eat your vegetables. Thank you again for watching.
Goodbye, part 2.
Yeah, part 2? Question mark? Part 2 talks about darkness. How tall is the darkness?
We have like different topics every time, or is this just entire podcast just gonna be about character heights?
Nah, we should have different topics. I actually have a cool one. This is like a little glimpse of maybe one that's possible. Chaos getting nerfed. I had a discussion with your favorite Canadian YouTuber, and he said no, Chaos got more powerful. And I'm like, sure in canon, but like Chaos actually got a lot worse in the game. So stick around for that.
Alright.
Thanks for watching, and remember, this is Broccoli Guy.
I am Chill Bill.
I'm trying to think of a Broccoli Guy quote to say. I can't even think of one.
Oh no.
Really wasn't expecting for that Skylander to come back there. I don't know. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and stay safe from the coronavirus. Thank
Don't
you.
die.